Alright guys, welcome back to KSP. I've decided what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start recording and then just kind of fast forwarding through the footage to kind of cut down the length of these videos a little bit more. Because I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to sit through a 45-minute video of me doing, well, what I'm doing here in about 15 minutes. So, as I said last time, I was going to start collecting the signs from the moon. I actually did 2 recordings because I realized that the first recording I did, when I got it edited down, was only like 6 minutes. So I decided to add some more footage to it. So I recorded a little bit more footage, went to another section of the moon, and collected some more science. Doing that, I realized I forgot to collect the surface sample from the first landing spot. So you're going to notice that, like, I don't get off the rocket to collect the surface sample, and that's why, is because I totally forgot to collect the surface sample. So hopefully it shouldn't affect things too badly. I also ran into a bit of a problem in the on the second landing, where it was saying that I couldn't keep the science. Like, I mean, I couldn't what's the words? They said it didn't have enough space in the capsule for me to store the science. So I'm thinking I might have to take the ship back to Kerbin, unload the science, and then come back, because it seems to be causing a few problems. I'm not 100% certain, but yeah, that's kind of how things ended up turning out on this mission. More or less, everything went the way I wanted to. Now, if you're ever wondering why I put all that weight on that backside, if you didn't get to see my other video, and if I didn't explain it in the video when I was building this rocket, it was for that very reason that you saw, where I could get my Kerbal out, just keep him on the ladder, and he can collect the science from all the sections of the ship without having to get off the ship. So that way I don't have to run around, and I don't have to waste RCS trying to collect the material-based stuff just to get all the material-based stuff. I can collect it from the ladder. So it actually worked out fairly well, surprisingly. Yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna try and start doing it like this a little bit more, chiefly because just how long this game takes to play and how much stuff, like, continuously happens, or lack of stuff, I should say, that continuously happens to well, everything that really, all the time it takes just to get stuff done. Like, these 2 recordings took about an hour apiece, and through editing and time acceleration, I've cut them down to 15 minutes. So I'm running this video at 6 times normal speed. Usually when I first started doing it, I did it at 4, and then I kind of upped it to 8, but I figured the 8 might be a little bit too much, especially with some of the swirling around that you see going on as I'm orbiting around the moon, which I apologize for anyone who gets motion sickness, because I realize that could potentially be kind of nauseating, seeing that thing just wobbling around like that. But hopefully it's not too bad on you guys, and I don't do it a lot, so we try and keep it to a minimum. So yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much how things are going to go from here on. Is I'll just do all of my commentary in post. Yeah, you lose some of the noise and the sound effects from the game, which are really kind of cool, except for the explosions that they still haven't gotten rid of. Because, when you're in space and you're in map view, you'll hear random, like, explosions or random sounds of stuff that sounds like they're exploding, and it's really kind of worrying, especially in a game where stuff can easily explode on you for no reason at all. So, yeah. I'm actually running out of things to say. Would you believe I don't think the game is fully out yet. I think it's still in 0.9. I think we're still in. I don't know. I don't even know if they're at 0.91 yet. I don't remember. I'll have to check the next time I get up here. So this is the end of the first section, right? And you'll see here, I just have him stuck to the ladder, and I can collect all the data from there. Now I don't know why. I mean, I think it can only hold. Those alarm clocks. I think the capsule can only hold one bit of science from every experiment, so that's a bit worrying, especially when it comes to getting all that stuff back to Kerbin. So I'll have to figure something out with that. Hopefully everything works out well. When I get this back, I should have a little bit. I don't know how much science I'm going to end up having with this. I'm worried. Well, this time at least I know I should have more than just the regular science. I should have quite a bit more. Now you're going to notice a few small issues with this one. There'll be a spot where the ship kind of flails around for a second. That's because, like an idiot, I was doing something else while I was trying to record this game. So, but we got it sorted out. Once I looked up at the screen, I was like, oops. So, and under time acceleration, fortunately, it doesn't look like it took too long. It just looks like it just kind of flipped over. So, yeah, I was in the process of doing something else and not paying attention to the game like I should have been. It's one of those things. I've heard people do it before where they say that, you can have something running in the background because, of course, things take a long time to do. And it's true. I mean, everything does take a while to do its thing in this game. But it advises that you have your eyes on the prize, so to speak. So, this time I actually got him off the rocket to collect the surface sample. I didn't plant a flag. I want to, and there's the message that I was talking about, which was one of my experiments just didn't want to go in. So I had to abandon the experiment, which is not good. But it looked like all the rest of them went in fine. It just that one, for some reason, didn't want to go. I don't know why. It was probably a duplicate or something like that. But whatever. So most likely I will take this ship back to Kerbin in the next video, land it, collect the science, and see if we can't start work on an SSTO. An actually functioning SSTO, unlike all of my other SSTOs, which are more, well, SSTs, not so much O's. So yeah, really that's about all I've got. The docking for the second time around did not go the way I wanted it to. As you can clearly see, I am miles away, so I had to make quite a lot of adjustments and a lot of tweaks to get things where I wanted them. I definitely need something else as far as rocketry goes, because I'm really starting to be concerned about the amount of fuel this thing has. I don't think it has all that's necessary to perform the jobs that I'm wanting it to do. So I'm gonna have to go into the planning stage and build some other stuff fairly soon. I think, however, I'm going to spend a little bit of time working on some of the other games that I have on my channel. Most notably, I will be finishing up Free Space, possibly today. I'll try and get it done today. and get that one knocked out, because I want to actually get started on Free Space 2, but you know, I can't have. I've got way too many videos going at one time, and with work and all that stuff, it's a bit cumbersome, we'll say the least. And not to mention, you know, I work 50 hours a week, record video games, and am working on a book at the same time. So, you know, there's, you know, a lot of stuff that is having to be crammed all together to make all this stuff work, and it gets a little bit overwhelming sometimes. Also, if you make YouTube videos and you have a video editor, thank your editor, because these things are insanely stupid, right? Like, I'm not going to say I'm good at this stuff. I mean, I have a generalized idea of what I want, but finding the right editing software and all that to make this stuff work is next to impossible. So, after several failed attempts, as you'll see here, of me attempting to line this thing up, I then realized that I didn't have my targeting computer set at the target. I had it set to stabilize. So, switch that to target, and then everything went together. So, that's it for now. I'm calling it here, guys. So to that, I'm going to say sayonara.